All right, folks, it's Sherman Ray, and welcome to Livin in Vegas podcast. We are changing things up a little bit in that we normally broadcast everything to Facebook and then we kind of live stream it here to YouTube. But you know what? We're changing things up a little bit, and we're really excited about the fact that we're actually going to have the show here live on YouTube and for the foreseeable future. So we'll see what happens. Okay. So I'm Sherman Ray, and I'm the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events shape the city of Las Vegas. And we'll be coming to you Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Talk to you about some of the cool stuff that's going on in Vegas. If you're traveling to Las Vegas right now, folks, you're probably noticing that the weather is just inclement. It's not Florida hurricane weather, but it's definitely um, it's not cool weather. I go out riding all the time, so I go out cycling on my bike all the time. And when I do that, I generally ride really early in the morning. I'm like, so when I mean early in the morning, folks, I'm talking 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. So when I get out there, generally no cars are out there. This morning, when I went riding, not only were there no cars, but there was lightning that I saw or I felt in the background. And so I was riding north to the end of the valley, and then when I turned around and I looked back at the valley, back at the Las Vegas Valley, because it's kind of in a bowl, I saw lightning everywhere. Everywhere. It was amazing, just the amount of it. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I've not seen any kind of rain where I'm at, but I know that by the time I get back to the valley, it was going to be rain. And luckily for me, knock on wood, there was no rain. Everything was wet, but I didn't get wet. But, because the streets were wet, I did get a little bit wet. But it wasn't because I got rained on, it was because, of the street. So, anyways, that's going to be the story of today. Is about all the rain, all the really weird weather that is going on in the valley, and so, but we are not like the folks over in Florida who are just having oh, I don't know if you would call it a time, but they are having some really bad weather, and it's just you've got to pray for them. We've just got to pray for them and make sure that they don't that nobody gets hurt, that kind of thing. So we just don't want that to happen. For some of you, this might be the first time you're ever seeing the show. We post the show pretty much Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but we just don't do it live. And so right now, folks, it's over the side. The chat feature is open right now. So if you are on the show and you'd like to chat with us on our YouTube channel, you can actually chat with us right now. So don't but just make it pithy, and because I can see it. I've got the chat box up here that I can actually see, and so definitely check this out. So I'm going to show you the last picture. This is the last Wednesday. You'll see this cover for Livin in Vegas magazine, and we want to thank Nathan Hall, excuse me, and the friends over at Bad Beat Brewing for being our major sponsor for the show over the last 3 months or so. And we just thank you so much for what you've done, Nathan. And I hope during this time that you were able to get out there. And even if you have, folks, go out there. Go out to Henderson and check out Bad Beat Brewing. It's a great place, great vibe. I'll tell you, it's just fun. And in the back, they've got all kinds of games and stuff like that. And I've probably never mentioned that before, but they've got all kinds of games that you can actually check out. Should be very cool. Just go to our website at livininvegas.com and you get the address for Bad Beat Brewing. Also, we post another magazine. It's called Livin Weekly Magazine. And Livin Weekly Magazine comes out every week, generally on Mondays. And we have been remiss because there's been so much stuff going on in Las Vegas the last 2 weeks that we've not had a new Livin Weekly up in a while. And it's funny because we've got new stuff. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about it today. We were going to talk about an article that's going to be in there as soon as I can get it up today. I am speaking at another event this evening, folks. So we're just getting busy. That's really kind of the bottom line of this whole thing. Just getting so busy with requests and people wanting us to speak at events, that kind of stuff. So it is the nature of the beast. So sorry about that. But you can actually go to livinginvegas.com. You can get a free copy of Livin Weekly magazine. It's got all kinds of stuff. And as a matter of fact, let's talk about one of the articles. Okay, can we take a break? Okay, we'll take a break real quick, and then we'll be back, and we'll talk about something that's going to be in the Livin Weekly magazine. Okay, we'll be right back, folks. Hi, everybody. It's Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast. Are you a business owner that's looking to get the word out about his product, service, or even just a great message out there? Well, we'd like to give you that opportunity by being a guest on Livin in Vegas podcast. It's super simple. All you got to do is contact us at advertising@livinginvegas.com. That's advertising@livinginvegas.com, and we'll schedule you for an interview on Livin in Vegas podcast. I'm Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. There, right there. Okay. All right. So we're back, folks. This is Sherman Ray, and this is Livin in Vegas podcast. I want to thank you all for being a part of the show. And once again, I can see the chat feature, and this might be actually the way we want to go from now on. I'll find out, because I'm getting a little upset at Facebook for just a variety of reasons. But one of the biggest ones is that they tend to not like you if you don't agree with them all the time. And I'm going to bring down the video. There we go. It's a little bright in here. And if you don't agree with them on everything that they say, they generally will cancel you or something like that, which is very kind of scary. It's kind of a scary place to be at, that you would get canceled by a platform that makes its living by you trying to get other people to stay on that platform. Okay. So let's talk about a few things here, folks, that are going on. Let's talk about an article that is in the upcoming Livin Weekly magazine that we're going to try to get out. Is that we'll talk about the futuristic desert, and what the city of the desert city of the future should look like. Okay, and so that's one of our articles. So in Dubai, they actually have come up with a city. Gosh, do I have a video of that? I don't have the video of it. Let me see if I do have a video of it someplace. I don't have it with me. So what it is it's a city. It's a mirrored city, and this city, which is very strange, what they're trying to do is get technology to meld with modern society. And the cool thing about that is that they're thinking about it. I believe that the city of the future in Las Vegas should take advantage of a lot of the things that we actually have here in the desert already. An abundance of sunlight. Okay, that's one. An abundance of sand. Number two. Okay. Wide open spaces, that kind of stuff. Heat, thermal, that kind of stuff. So those are some of the things that we probably should be looking at. Also, we should be looking at the number of people that we have here in the valley and the number of people we're going to get. Because we've got a lot of people here, and we're going to have a lot more that are going to show up here pretty darn quick. I believe they said in the next 20 years we're going to have 1 million more people in this valley. Folks, when I was a kid and we first moved to this valley, we had 100,000 people. Something like that. It wasn't a lot. Now we're pushing about 2 million. That's a lot. There's only 3 million in the entire state, but 2 million of them are down here in the metro area of Las Vegas. Las Vegas, North Vegas, Henderson. Okay, that paradise, where the strip is at. So there's a lot of people down here, and they're expecting another 1 million people here. I believe we're going to get another 500,000 in the next 10 years, less than 10 years. Okay, so it's a lot of people. So what are you going to do with those people? If you've ever been a part of gridlock here in the valley, folks, which is a major concern. Sorry about the microphone there, folks. The gridlock level here in the valley is like no one's business. And what are you going to do with people who are used to driving their cars? I'm one of those. I love driving my car. I love getting from here to there when I want to. But there's going to come a time when it's going to be cost prohibitive plus time prohibitive to try to get from here to there in a valley with 3 million people in it. Okay, so we're going to have to do something about our transit system. And this is not something that's a far-off thing. It's a far-fetched. It's something that's happening now, and we need to look at that. So the city of the future doesn't just have to have better casinos. Okay, it shouldn't just have better walkways. It should be a quantum leap in thinking, and a quantum leap in planning, and a quantum leap in execution. Not to mention all the homeless people that we're getting here now. And I just dropped the lovely Mrs. Ray off at work, as I want to do in the morning. I love hanging out with my wife early in the morning, so I'll drive her to work and talk and that kind of stuff. We have homeless villages, homeless encampments, homeless conclaves that are popping up all over the valley. And I'm thinking to myself, you got to do something about this. This is something that's got to be done about it here in the valley. So we've got some things to think about. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit, folks. So that's in the article in the upcoming Livin Weekly magazine. You're gonna want to check that out about the desert city of the future. Okay, shouldn't just be better cars. Okay, it's got to be a quantum leap. We need to have flying cars. Okay, we need to have mass transit on a major scale that gets you from here to there, like right now. Not because we have a 24-hour town. Okay, we've got to be able to address this. So there's a story. Let's shift gears a little bit, folks. There's a story that should really kind of get everybody's attention. Authorities were searching Tuesday for a 42-year-old convicted bomb maker, dear Lord, who escaped from the Nevada prison where he was serving a life sentence for a deadly 2007 explosion outside Las Vegas Strip Resort. Many of you remember this, folks. You remember that happened over at the Luxor. Governor Steve Sisolak ordered an investigation into the incident after he said late Tuesday his office learned of the escapee and had been missing from the medium security prison. Huh? Medium? What was he doing in medium? The guy's a bomb maker. He's in medium security? Oh no. I think that's a problem. See, I'm a little more hardcore than that. I really have no grace, folks. I was telling our church meeting yesterday, I said, guys, if you're looking for grace, it's not for me. It's probably not. I'm just not the guy. Because I just think grace is from God. Okay? God knows how to give grace. People are just codependent. They'll just give grace to anybody. Okay, Steve Sisolak said, this is unacceptable. Okay, well, it happened under your watch, bud. Sorry. The guy's name is Porfirio Duarte Herrera, and it was missing during a head count the Southern Desert Correctional Center near Vegas. The State Department of Corrections stated that they searched for him and they're looking for this guy. So there's a picture of the guy. I'm going to try to get this guy's picture up and post it all over the place where I can. We won't be posting it on Facebook because guess what? Facebook doesn't want us on their platform. They just don't. So I would post it on Facebook, but they just aren't showing us any love. But it will be on our website at livinginvegas.com. That's livinginvegas.com. I'm really going to probably push this to the nth degree. Probably not be on Facebook. Probably for the foreseeable future. So it's not as though we're going to go over to any other platform. We're just going to be on our website. Okay, so we'll be on YouTube. We'll be on Twitter. Probably won't even be on Instagram. Okay, just because Instagram is owned by Facebook, and if they don't want us on their platform, we just won't be on their platform. Duarte Herrera was from Nicaragua. He's convicted in 2010 for killing a hot dog stand vendor using a motion activated bomb. It was activated in a coffee shop, in a coffee cup atop a car parked at the Luxor Hotel. So this guy he's a killer, and so he killed a guy, and he's in a medium security facility. Okay, that's a screw up. That's just such a screw up. So there's another article that actually said that they gave the timeline of what this guy's doing, and we're going to probably only get to this story today because this is big. This is really big. This is a story that really shapes the Las Vegas Valley. Can I find this guy's picture? And let's see if I can. I'm going to see if I can find it. So just kind of hang with me for just a second, folks, and we're going to see if we can find this guy's picture. And we're going to put it up on our page here so you can actually see it, because there's really no reason why this guy should be out on should be any place other than in jail. Let's see if I can find this guy's picture here real quick. And what I'll do is oh, sorry. Pardon that sound, folks. Pardon that sound. Sorry about that. We're going to see if we can find that story so that you guys can actually see it. For those of you who are just watching us right now, I'm Sherman Ray, and I'm the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine. We come to you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. So what I'm going to do is this is the miracle of live TV, and we're going to display this. So it'll take me just a second to display this picture. So I'm going to do this right now. Minicam. Oops, wrong one. All right, so I'm going to see if I can get this picture up for you guys, okay? And I know some of you guys can see this already, so we're going to, but it is what it is. Okay, so this is the guy right here, folks. Hopefully you guys can see him. His name is Porfino? Something like that. Yeah, Porfirio Duarte. Porfirio Duarte. And this is the guy you want to be on the outlook for right there. Okay, so you can see his face. This guy is the guy you want to be looking for right here. There really needs to be an all points bulletin out on this guy so we can get him off the streets. There's no reason for this guy to be there. He is 42 years of age, and he should be off the street. The report was that Tuesday, this guy escaped from the Southern Desert Correctional Center. It's a medium security facility northwest of Las Vegas, and they're looking for this guy. And so we don't know how he got out, but there is a timeline of where he got out that I'll read real quickly to you. 7 a.m. Tuesday, the scheduled head count for this guy that they found him missing. So he's been missing since 7 a.m. on Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, so he's been gone. 8 o'clock, on Tuesday, they conducted escape procedures in a search for him. And so this has been going on, folks. So we've got to find this guy. Once again, his name is Porfirio Herrera Duarte. Okay, so we want to find this guy and get him off the street. Okay, this is really important we get this guy off the street. Okay, let's get back to the regular show here. I'm sorry about that, folks. Okay, all right, sorry about that. All right, but I had to show you that because this is really important. That guys like this should not be on the streets at all, and we want to make sure that this guy gets caught. Okay, let's put out an all points bulletin for this guy so that he gets off the street as quickly as possible. We'll, there's just no reason for this guy to be out on the streets at all. Okay, thank you for taking the time to check that out, folks, too. That's it's really important. Okay. Anyways, once again, we will start posting and we'll start doing our show right here from YouTube. We'll actually make it a lot better because we can actually put a little bit more stuff into it here on on YouTube. So be on the lookout for the show. We'll be on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 8:30 in the morning till about 9 o'clock, where we'll talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. This is Sherman Ray, the publisher of Livin in Vegas magazine. You can check out all of our stuff online over at lovininvegas.com. That's lovininvegas.com, where you can check out articles and videos, free downloads, all that stuff. Okay, and we're going to be posting any of the stories that I didn't get to today on that website. So there's tons of stories we're actually going to put up on our website, and you can only get it on our website. Okay, you're not going to see it on Facebook or any of these other platforms. You're only going to see it on our website. So check it out. Also, if you'd like to be a part of our newsletter, we send out a newsletter pretty much every day. You can actually get on our newsletter. Do I have the email for that? Okay, we'll put it up next time. The email address. Oh, can I do this right now? No, that's it. That's the wrong one. So it's info@lovininvegas.com. That's info@lovininvegas.com. You can check that out. We'll get you on our newsletter, and you can check that all out. Okay? Now, this has been Sherman Ray for Livin in Vegas podcast, where we talk about the people, the places, the trends, and the events that shape the city of Las Vegas. When you think of Livin in Vegas, folks, think living local and the return of cool. We'll see you again Friday for Livin in Vegas podcast. Bye-bye.